persevere tonight?
I don't think I really could put one specific thing. Obviously, the power play came through and scored some goals for us, gave us life. I think the Lupul goal at the end of the second period kind of gave us a little bit of a jolt to say, hey, we're not that far out of this, because we hadn't played very well in the hockey game. But again, coaches aren't here to I'd say, cut up wins. Let's not overanalyze. We didn't play to the level we're capable of playing. It was more of a hockey game that I think we played in parts, and we were sloppy throughout it, but we still found a way to get 2 points. So we'll take that and move on.
Randy, can you talk about the decision to pull James and then how the team played afterwards?
I think James represented what we were doing as a team. And usually that falls on the goalie. They usually get the finger pointed at them first because of the situation you're in. And again, I didn't think that our hockey club was playing anywhere near to the level, and we weren't competing. And I didn't think that the puck was bouncing. The rebounds and the pucks were bouncing away from James Reimer versus bouncing for him. So I've made the decision.
What have you learned about Dave Bolland and Mason Raymond here early in this season?
Well, again, Mason Raymond has got, world-class speed and world-class skills. And we knew that, and I coached a lot of games against the Vancouver Canucks when I was in Anaheim, so I got a little bit of maybe a leg up on some of you guys of watching Mason Raymond. And then with David Bolland, numerous times I've described that when I was coaching in the other job that I had previous to this one, that when I had Getzlaf and Perry on the ice, Joel Quenneville chose to either have Jonathan Toews or David Bolland on the ice to match up against them. So in that mind, a little light goes on, and you remember those things, that the respect that he earned from his coach, Joel Quenneville, and the 2 Stanley Cups are part of his resume. It makes it pretty easy to say yes to the player, and then when you're around him and watch how professional he is and how hard he works and how committed he is day in, day out, it's one of those things that I think our younger players should be able to grasp onto, because he leads by example, and he doesn't go to the back of the line, he goes to the front of the line.
Do you feel like they've given you more an opportunity maybe to move things around when you have some more options, I guess?
Yeah, again, we've been, kind of beaten up here with a little bit of injury bug, and we've had to, in tonight's game, I don't know how many rookies we played, but that's going to be the case. That's what happens in the National Hockey League. You play games shorthanded, you play games undermanned. Injuries now open the door for somebody else, for a younger player to step up and fill some holes for us. And we're going to ask that of our players, and we're not going to accept anything less than 110% from everyone.
Like Riley's game tonight?
I thought Morgan Riley played well. As the game went on, he got better. You got to see more of what he's about. I think he made some mistakes, like we all do. And I think in the hockey game, specifically in the first half of the hockey game, I don't think he got a lot of support from his teammates.
He got some crucial situations too later on.
It's a young kid that's got skill, and he earned it. He can see, he can separate himself with his skating ability, he can read plays. He just needs to get his feet underneath him at the NHL level, and we're in again, making a tough decision on the future of a young player.
Is there a calm that Bernier kind of exudes for?
Yeah, I think Bernie, the one thing that you noticed is when he went in, there wasn't a lot of extra rebounds hanging around. Puck seemed to, when he made the save, the puck was in either his glove or he was able to freeze it. He controlled the puck, which allowed us to, box out, and there wasn't so many of this wild scrambles around the net. So, hats off to him.
What do you think of Mason Raymond's shootout goal? I mean, obviously it counted, but I thought that was kind of one of the ones the league's trying to cut down on.
News to me. Went in the net. Which word didn't you understand?
How about winning shootout? Those have been quite difficult for the team.
Yeah, I let Greg Cronin pick them. He picked the shooters, so you can applaud Greg Cronin, the assistant coach, because he is the guy that selected the shooters.
Are there any improvements you'd like to see, or what specific improvements would you like to see defensively, on even strength?
I got a long list. When you play as sloppy as we did tonight, there's a long list. Obviously, we've got to play to a tighter brand of hockey, and we know that. They know that. But the good thing is we played poorly. We were down 2 goals in our building. We found a way to claw back into the game, and we won it in a shootout. Are we going to forget about this? No, I'm not going to forget about it. But you can't be a taskmaster every day of the week when we played 3 hockey games. We got 6 points. What more do you want? Oh, you know he wants a shutout. The Beagle.
Randy Clark with Hardware selling kind of words for you today. You care to comment?